Hi, this is Mr. Ward, and I'm going to do a second video on sequences. And in this case, I'm going to talk a little bit about how you could come up with equation rules for specifically arithmetic sequences and geometric sequences, and also how you can tell them apart. In an arithmetic sequence, what you're going to look for is a repeated addition or repeated subtraction pattern. And the number that you repeatedly add, and we will consider it a number you're repeatedly adding, even if it's a negative number, if you're subtracting, we'll call that a common difference. It's a common difference because it is shared by each pair of numbers along the sequence. And it's a difference. It is the difference between those two numbers. And to get it, you would subtract one number from the next number in the sequence. And if you're getting the same difference each time, then you have an arithmetic sequence. So for example, 4, 6, 8, 10, if I do 6 minus 4, that's 2, 8 minus 6, that's 2, and 10 minus 8, that is 2. So that is a common difference of 2 starting with 4. Or let's say I had 9, 5, 1, negative 3, negative 7. In this case, 5 minus 9 is negative 4. 1 minus 5 is negative 4. Negative 3 minus 1 is also negative 4. And negative 7 minus negative 3 is negative 4. So we have a common difference of negative 4 with a starting place of 9. And so we could come up with an equation for that pretty easily here. So the equation for this first one, we can just say 4 plus our common difference, which is 2. And then what we need to do is we need to come up with a way to multiply that 2 times the index of the sequence. Well, if I multiply 2 times 1, I'm going to get 4 plus 2, which will be 6, which gets me the second number. But I really want to be able to start with the first number. So if instead of multiplying by n, which is the number of the index in the sequence, I make it n minus 1, then I drop back 1, and my very first number in the sequence is going to be 4 plus 2 times 1 minus 1. And then that's going to be 4. And we can test this out for the others. For 8, that's the third number in the sequence. 4 plus 2 times 3 minus 1 is 4 plus 2 times 2, which will be 4 plus 4. That'll be 8. And it'll work also for 10. Test that out. So this would be what we would call the explicit rule. We would call it, for the arithmetic sequence in terms of n equals a starting place of 4 plus the common difference of 2 times the index number minus 1. We can do the same basic structure with the other arithmetic sequence I've got here. Okay. So in this case, our common difference wasn't 2, it was negative 4. So you could write it as negative 4, or we could just say minus 4, but our common difference is negative 4. And we're not starting with 4 this time, we're starting with 9. So we start with 9. We subtract 4 times 1 less than the index number. So in our first index number is 1. That's going to be subtracting 4 times 0, because 1 minus 1 is 0. And we'll be left with 9. The second term, we would subtract 4 times 1, and 4 times 2 minus 1. So that's minus 4 times 1, or minus 4. So 9 minus 4 is 5. And then with the next one, it's minus 4 times 3 minus 1, or minus 4 times 2. So we're subtracting 8. So 9 minus 8 gets us 1. And this explicit rule will work for each term in the sequence. All right, I'm going to save geometric sequences for a next video.